All right, guys, I got a lot of positive feedback yesterday. I'm super stoked, but I got a little concerned with some of the messages I got. I just want to make sure everyone understands, especially the young kids. Big Wedge is no fucking joke. Okay, in 2009, I tried to rescue a guy who was taking him on the head over here. And that's usually the safe place, but in 2009 it was so big, the safety waves were 15 foot and hollow. I took probably 15 waves on the head trying to wrestle this dude. He's probably 250 pounds. Ripped his wetsuit top off his body trying to hold on to him. It was me and another guy, lifeguard, Greg. Just me, one guard. Thomas and Tim Burnham had gotten a buoy from a lifeguard on the beach. Another lifeguard who swam out with us ended up on the jetty. That's how big it was, guys. Dude swam out with us. When I first hit the water, I ended up farther back than where I started when I saw this guy waving for help. Thomas and Tim tried to throw us a buoy. In hindsight, thank God that might have killed me if I put a sling on and attached it to this guy. I told Greg, the lifeguard that was with me, we were going to die if we kept trying to help this guy. So we bailed, swam outside. We were out here, okay? We were way out here just like, fuck, this is fucked. The dude had already drowned. I think he was already dead and took in water from just taking such a beating inside. He popped up in front of us, and we performed CPR on him in the water. Okay, this shit. I have to live with this shit, guys. We performed CPR on this dude in the water. It was so big, the boat was scared to back in. All right, this cleanup set was so huge. All my homies I was screaming out to help me, like Steve Capella, Kai Santos, the Hawaiians flew in for this swell. This was a fucking serious swell. They were out here somewhere. I'm over here with my buddy Greg, who's now a fireman, screaming at my buddy Finney, who's a lifeguard down in Oceanside, who's now a teacher. We start working on this dude and get him on the boat. The boat took him to Balboa Pier. An ambulance picked him up. Dude's fucking dead. So kids, take this shit super seriously. There's a couple other things about Wedge I want to bring up in a big swell that I kind of skipped over. And I got a lot of messages. So I want everyone to take this seriously. This isn't a joke. Okay, it's super fun when it's small. But every couple years when these big southern hemis come in, especially southern hemis, guys, the hurricane swells are a little different. They don't travel as far. They're coming off of Mexico. So the interval's shorter. They're kind of more fun. I prefer hurricane swells. These southern hemis that come from New Zealand will fuck you up, okay? So I'm not trying to be like super serious guy, but I got a lot of messages. And the other thing, when you roll up to Wedge, guys, don't just jump in the water. Sit your ass right here. Look at it. In 2009, I swam out right at 10, and I swam out during a smaller set just to feel it out. It was like, holy shit. I was over in my little safety zone usually, getting my ass kicked. I make it outside. Guess who's outside? Keith Malloy. He looks at me. I never met him. He's like, fuck, it's pretty fucking heavy out here. So yeah, it was gnarly if Keith Malloy's saying that. He was doing I think he was like getting into body surfing and feeling out for his film Come Hell or High Water. So yeah, that day was gnarly, dude. I could usually and not to toot my own horn or any of that bullshit, I could swim out during sets usually over here and I'm good. And I was like, uh-oh, this is gnarly. And also, guys like me and Thomas and Scott Matthews, Teddy, all the boys, we swim laps in the winter. I mountain bike, do insane amount of cardio. I don't even drink alcohol. Well, one, I'm an alcoholic too, but you know what I mean? I keep it clean, so when these swells do show up, I have a fighting chance to have a good time and not worry about drowning. Okay, so now we're going to get on to the couple points I missed yesterday about my death triangle. Okay, the reason it's called a triangle, I kind of goofed on this yesterday, is most of the time it's safer to swim to the jetty, okay? Because you're usually hanging out right here trying to pick off peaks. Sometimes, and especially body surfing, on a board you have a better chance of making it over here. You can get clipped body surfing. You're going to end up like right on the edge of the triangle. Do not swim back across this. You're going to want to, here's your triangle. Go that way. See how the wave's smaller over here? You're better off going that way and sneaking under that. Swooping under that and just keep swimming that way. there's kind of a no man's land. We have cylinders. See these guys over here? These guys are poaching rights off cylinders. So this is kind of a safe zone too. So if you get pinched or you're trying to, like, you got a little greedy, I always tell people at Wedge, we're not the greatest swimmers because we can take waves into the sand. We swim in, we walk over, and we come back out here, and the rip just takes us back out into the lineup. Okay? So if you're ever stuck on this side of the triangle, the death triangle, I know this sounds silly, guys, don't go towards the jetty. That's only if you're kind of over here, like you're waiting for waves or set to pop, and you got caught inside. But if you caught a wave, got pinched, you ate shit, and you're over here, that's why you got to pop up and look around. You got to have a lot of awareness at Wedge. You got to be looking at the end of the jetty, make sure some freaky... I've been out in high school, no joke. What's his fucking name? Oh, fuck. I can't even think of his name. Good buddy of mine. It's too early. Anyways, I was in high school, and we were riding like a head-high day. It was no worries. For some reason, like 20-foot waves rolled in and smoked everybody. One of my buddies who was with me never came back to Wedge ever again. It was that freaky. We're all just hanging out in here, and it just cracked. I don't know, man. I'm not an oceanographer. I didn't know what happened. So when Wedge gets this big, it is super serious. So kids, please don't just swim out at Wedge. Oh, I watched this video on from Starky and I'm good. I know what's up. You know, if you get scared in big surf in like HB or upper streets, this isn't for you. This isn't your jam, and that's totally cool. I get scared out there. The older I get, the more I'm... And the other thing, when you see Matt Larson or me or Thomas or Mel or Ben Fraser or Charlie or Teddy or Tim smoking a wave, we have sat at Wedge for so many years, we know which one's going to be a good one. Not every wave in a set's going to be good. The good Wedge riders can see the wave developing and know it's rideable. I've had more conversations looking at Rick Piani going, what do you think? Just kind of swimming into him and looking, peering over the edge. Like we're over here, just looking this way. What do you think? Whenever I'm swimming out over here, I'm always watching, seeing what it's doing. It changes with the tide, how much water's coming up the wave. So be smart. I don't want to get, I like to keep it loose over here. But, progress into this shit. I don't want anyone getting hurt. All right. I have one more video coming about how much I hate fin leashes that are sold at surf shops, and then we're done. Cool. Peace.